This screencast explores possible user interfaces for collaborative translation. These ideas are inspired by the PICO project at Brown University. The project site has a presentation of a text and its translation side by side. The translations and annotations have been done collaboratively by a number of different scholars. Would also like to borrow ideas from the Tibetan Buddhist literature scenario proposed by UC Berkeley. The collaborative translation UI I'll describe here is based on techniques I developed as a graduate student in Tibetan studies. What I like about this UI is that the translation is directly below the text it translates. The columns and numbers above the Tibetan refer to case marking particle classification. 611 is a classification of the Gi particle, indicating that particle is a possessive connective. So how would a collaborative translation UI work? The minimum prerequisites for such a UI would include services for authentication and authorization. Any authenticated user can then add a translation. As well, any authenticated user can promote a translation or delete a translation they don't like. Probably best just to delete it for that user. These buttons might look familiar. Google recently introduced these buttons to their search results page. I like the idea of annotations, notes, or comments in context. It's not inconceivable that some translations could be computer generated. It'd be really great if scholars could highlight a word or phrase and get a drop-down menu of possible translations with the same promote and delete options. This UI could certainly benefit from many of the services described for eClassics on the Project Bamboo site. As well, I think the UI could also be set up in the more traditional side-by-side translation format. So there it is then, a possible UI for collaborative translation.